Every story you hear leaves a lesson behind. This is Story Times. Title: Rising After Falling. I want to start with a truth most people don't like to say out loud. Falling hurts. It hurts your pride. It hurts your confidence. It hurts your belief in yourself. When I fell, it wasn't loud. No one clapped. No dramatic music played in the background. It was quiet, almost embarrassing. One day I had dreams that kept me awake at night, and the next day I was awake because sleep refused to come. I replayed every mistake, every wrong decision, every moment I thought I could have done better. I remember sitting alone, staring at the ceiling, asking myself, how did I get here? I did everything right. Or at least I thought I did. I worked hard. I stayed hopeful. I trusted people. And still, I fell. That fall made me feel small. It made me feel like maybe I wasn't as strong as I thought. Maybe I wasn't as smart. Maybe success was for other people, not me. And that's the dangerous part of falling. It doesn't just knock you down physically. It whispers lies into your mind. It tells you, you're not enough. You've missed your chance. Stay down. It's safer here. For a while, I believed those lies. I watched others move forward while I stayed stuck. I smiled in public but broke down in private. I laughed with people, then cried alone at night. And the worst part wasn't the failure itself. It was the shame. Shame makes you hide. Shame makes you silent. Shame makes you feel like your story is over. But one night, one very ordinary night, something changed. I realized something simple but powerful. I was still breathing. And if I was still breathing, my story wasn't finished. That thought didn't magically fix everything. I didn't suddenly become confident or successful, but it planted a seed that said, maybe falling isn't the end. I started paying attention to my scars instead of my wounds. Wounds are painful, but scars mean healing happened. Scars mean you survived something that was meant to break you. I looked back at my fall and saw lessons I refused to see before. I learned where I trusted too easily, where I rushed decisions, where I ignored my instincts. The fall exposed my weaknesses, but it also revealed my strength. Because even on my worst days, I didn't quit. I slowed down, yes. I doubted myself, yes. But quitting? No. Rising after falling doesn't start with motivation. It starts with honesty. I had to be honest with myself about my mistakes, about my fears, about the fact that I needed help. Asking for help felt like another failure at first, but I learned that pride keeps you stuck, while humility sets you free. I started small, very small. Some days, my only victory was getting out of bed. Other days, it was sending one email, making one call, taking one step forward. And I learned something important. Progress doesn't have to be loud to be real. No one celebrates the quiet moments of rebuilding. No one claps when you choose discipline over comfort. No one sees the nights you push yourself when you'd rather give up. But those moments matter. They matter more than the applause. There were days I wanted to go back to who I used to be before the fall. But then I realized something. The fall changed me, but it didn't ruin me. In fact, it refined me. I became stronger mentally, more patient, more aware of what truly matters. I stopped chasing approval and started chasing growth. I stopped comparing my journey to others, because comparison will either make you arrogant or depressed, and neither helps you rise. The truth is, falling teaches you things success never will. Success makes you comfortable. Failure makes you wise. And slowly, quietly, without anyone noticing, I started rising. Not in a dramatic way, not overnight, But step by step, some steps were shaky. Some days I slipped again. But this time, falling didn't scare me as much because I knew I could get back up. That's when I understood something powerful. Resilience isn't about never falling. It's about refusing to stay down. Every setback became training. Every rejection became redirection. Every delay became preparation. I stopped asking, "Why is this happening to me?" and started asking, "What is this preparing me for?" And that question changed everything. I began to see my fall as a foundation built on lessons, discipline, and self-belief. When I finally started seeing results again, they meant more because I knew what it cost. I knew the nights of doubt. I knew the moments of almost giving up. And now, when I see someone struggling, I don't judge because I've been there. I know what it feels like to smile through pain. If you're listening to this and you've fallen, I need you to hear this clearly. Your fall is not your identity. Your past does not cancel your future. And being down does not mean you are out. You are allowed to restart. You are allowed to rebuild. You are allowed to rise again. Don't rush the process. Don't be ashamed of starting over. Some of the strongest people you admire today were once exactly where you are now. This is not the end of your story. This is the turning point. One day, you'll look back at this moment and realize it didn't destroy you. It shaped you. So stand up, even if your legs are shaking. Even if your voice is trembling. Even if your confidence feels weak. Stand up anyway. Because rising after falling isn't about perfection. It's about courage. And if you've fallen before, that means you already know how to rise.
Thank you for spending this moment with Story Times. If this story touched you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more meaningful stories. Until next time, remember every story teaches a lesson.